Hey everyone, so this is going to be a standing workout, full body with weights. So we're going to do a little bit of cardio in the beginning, get the heart rate up, and then we are going to be focusing on a full body strength workout. Now, like I said, I am using weights during this workout. My weights are about, I think like 3 pounds each. So option to go lower with the weights, option to kind of stay wherever you feel comfortable. I would recommend lighter weights for this, but again, whatever you feel comfortable with, or no weights at all. You can absolutely just do body weight for this entire workout. When you're ready, let's just get started. Let's just do some arm circles here, back, breathing, thinking about standing up nice and tall. Feet are planted into the ground, head is touching the ceiling. Let's go ahead, bring those circles forward. Very nice. Focusing on breathing. Very nice. Let's go ahead, bring the chin up to the ceiling. Deep breath. Exhale, chin down to the floor. One big roll, ear off to one shoulder. Roll that chin back to the center. And off to the other side. Very nice. Let's do one big neck circle all the way around. Slow. And in the opposite direction. Once you get to the center, don't rush through these. Take your time. Breathing here. Very nice. Let's do some roll downs. Inhale, arms reaching up to the ceiling. Exhale, chin tucks in towards the chest, one vertebra at a time, rolling down towards the mat or the carpet. Definitely recommend a mat for this one. Inhale at the bottom, exhale, roll up, restacking that spine. Reaching up to the ceiling, and exhale. Rolling back down. Inhale at the bottom, exhale, rolling back up. As we get started, like I said, definitely using a mat. I have grippy socks on as well, so making sure that you are feeling comfortable and safe. So when you're ready, let's go ahead and just start taking a little march in place here. Trying to pick up the heart rate a little bit, focusing on breathing and keeping that posture up, nice and tall, right? Start to swing the arms here as well as we inhale and exhale. When you're ready, we're gonna reach up to the ceiling. We're gonna bring the knee into the chest in 3, 2, 1. Reach and pull and reach and pull. Go ahead when you're ready and start picking up the pace with these, almost like you're pulling down a board and breaking it with your knee. Try not to lose the posture here. Thinking about crunching that lower belly under as you pull and pull and pull. Can you even point that toe for an added challenge? We're here for 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, back to marching 1. Picking up the pace with that marching here. Breathing, taking a rest, but still trying to keep that heart rate up. Very nice. After this, we're going into modified jumping jacks. One leg is going to step out as we reach up with the arms, just like we're doing a jumping jack. We're here for 4, 3, 2, 1, and out, out. Alternating legs as we go. Option to really get into these if you'd like, even lifting the leg off the ground and squeezing. Very nice. Or just stepping out to the side, touching the toe to the ground. Either way, I want you to challenge yourself to move a little bit faster and to do the best that you can. We're here for 5, 3, 2, 1. Back to that march. Very nice. Keeping that march, keeping this pace. Breathe. Very nice, and breathe. We're gonna go back to the board and knee drive. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and reach. think about exhaling as you drive that knee in towards the chest, crunching that pelvis under as we lift and lift, pulling that lower belly in each time you exhale, each time you lift that knee. Can you pick up the pace just a little bit? For 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Back to marching. Very nice. You got this. We are almost out of this section of class. We're here for just a few more seconds and we are going back to those modified jumping jacks. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and step, and step, and step, and step. Can you move a little bit faster on these this time? Very nice. Core is engaged as we are doing these. You got this. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and march. Picking up the pace on that march. Oh my goodness. My dog is taking the blanket off the couch. I don't know if you can see that in the camera or not. He is so bad when I try to work out. Anyway, when you're ready, we have that knee drive one last time. You got this. In 4, 3, 2, make this the fastest one yet. And exhale, exhale. Engage that core. Every time you pull that knee in, pull those arms down like you are holding weights. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. March. Last set. All we have left is those modified jumping jacks. Keep the pace up with this march. Even turn it into a little jog if you're feeling it. You're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and jack. You got this. We're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk it out. Breathing through. Taking a minute to catch your breath. Inhale deep here, arms reach up. And exhale. Just walking. Inhale. And exhale. Very nice. Shake it out. When you're ready, we're going to take a wide stance with the legs, feet facing corners of the room, corners of the mat. We're going to move into a saw. Arms reach out wide. Inhale here. Exhale, twist. Reach for that pinky toe. Very nice. On the exhale, come back up and unwind. Inhale in the center. Exhale, other side. Breathing. On your next exhale, go ahead and unwind. Coming back to the center. Very nice. From here, let's go ahead. Oh my goodness, Mortimer. And bring one foot forward, one foot back in a nice lunge position. That back foot is going to be flat on the floor. Front foot, knee is going to be right over the ankle. We're just going to move into some simple lunges here. And inhale, exhale, lunge. And inhale up. I want you to think about engaging that core. Those corset muscles are turned on here. They're keeping us nice and tall as we lunge. Back heel lifts up off the floor for these as we lunge. For 2. And last one. Very nice. Finding that nice lunge position once more. This time, we're going to hinge forward from the hips. Front leg is going to bend. Head and neck are nice and long. Thinking about a nice long line from the top of the head all the way out through the tailbone, through that back foot. That's all we're going to do. Come back up. Exhale, hinge forward. Arms can just stay by the side. and up. Exhale, hinge. And up. Added challenge, can you bring those arms behind the head, interlocking the fingertips. Head rests in the hands. Hands are never pushing on the head. Inhale here, exhale. And up. And exhale. And up. And exhale. And up. Last one. Stay hinged forward. Can you reach? Pull back down. Reach and pull. Reach and pull. Keep breathing here. Long line. Core is strong. Turned on. Belly button in towards the spine. Head and neck are long. Long gaze here. We're here for 2. The last one. Unhinge. Come to center. Feet are wide. Toes facing corners of the mat, corners of the room. And inhale here. Exhale, squat. Inhale, up. I want you to think about trying to send the hips straight down to the floor like you're just going to sit down. Knees tracking over the toes. Thighs are rotating out. And up. And up. Can we add in some arms? Touching the fingertips together. And out. And out. Very nice. And out for 4. And 3. And 2. Last one, we're gonna hold. Can you pulse for 4, 3, 2, 1. One heel lifts as we pulse. And pulse for 4, 3, 2, 1. Heel goes back on the floor. Other heel lifts as we pulse. And pulse for 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet can be flat. Added challenge. Both heels lift and pulse. And pulse. And pulse. And pulse for 4, 3. Core strong. 2, 1. Heels down and lift. Pivot to the other side. Very nice. Knee is over the ankle here. Core is engaged. Find that nice lunge. Arms are just going to be on the hips. In prayer, wherever you like. Inhale here. Exhale, lunge. And up. Heel is lifted off the ground in the back. Leg as we lunge. And lift. Front knee stays over that ankle. And lunge. And lift. And lunge. And lift. For 3. And 2. Last one. Very nice. Hands can be down by the side to begin. Think about that long line from the tailbone through the crown of the head. And an inhale here. Exhale, just want you to hinge forward. Soft bend in those legs. And up. Exhale as we hinge. Belly button pulls in towards that spine. Back is nice and flat, as if you're balancing a tray of lemonade. Very nice. Core is strong. Core is engaged here. Very nice. Exhale as we hinge. If you'd like to add in those arms, again, never pushing on the head. Head is just in the hands for support. Exhale here. And inhale up. Exhale. And inhale up. Exhale. And inhale up. 2 more. And up. Last one. Holding here. Can we reach and pull on the exhale? Reach and pull. As you reach, I want you to think about keeping that rib cage drawing closed, not letting it fly open. Everything is zipped up from the pelvis through that rib cage. And reach and pull. Gaze is long, neck is long. Very nice. Can you give me 2 more? Last one. Unhinge, step up, pivot back to the center. From here, we're gonna go ahead, if you would like to grab the weights. If not, that is okay. You can stay using just body weight, whatever you prefer. I'm gonna grab the weights just to demonstrate. So again, we're keeping it light here with the weights. So when you're ready, I want you to have that nice wide stance again. Toes pointing to the corners of the room, corners of the mat, holding our weights in our hand. We're just gonna exhale as we curl in and inhale down. And lower. Very nice. Core is strong here. For 2. Last one. Very nice. We're going to do those curls again. Can we do them in a squat? Finding your lowest point. Those thigh bones are rotating out. Exhale, curl. And down. And down. Knees tracking over those toes. Very nice. For 4. And 3. Keep breathing. 2. Last one. Go ahead, come up. Walk those feet together. Feet are going to be parallel underneath you. Let's go ahead and just curl one arm. And down. Exhale. Inhale, release. Exhale. Inhale, release. Very nice. Let's do 2 more on either side. I know I'm sweating. I hope that you are too. I'm going to turn to the side so that you can see me. We're going to have a soft bend in these knees. Flat back here as we go into a deadlift. And inhale up. Squeeze those glutes. Tuck that pelvis under. Weights go down towards the ground. Flat back. Soft bend in the knees. And tuck. Exhale. Inhale. Core stays engaged through all of this. So just a reminder to check in, making sure that we are squeezing, engaging that core, zipping everything up. Give me 2 more here. Last one here. Very nice. Can you hinge forward once more? Weights are going to come down to the side. Flat back here, soft bend in the knees. We're going to pump the arms back towards the ceiling. Palms facing the ceiling here as well. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Palms facing the floor. We're going to pump up and down and up and down. For 4 and 3 and 2. Last one. Keeping that core on. Coming back up here. Very nice. Let's go ahead and alternate arms. We're going to come into a goal post here. Figure 4, whatever you'd like to call it. Exhale. We're going to reach up. Inhale down. Exhale. Inhale lower. Very nice. Core is strong and engaged. Your feet are planted into the ground. Feeling tall from the bottom of the feet all the way out through the crown of that head. Very nice. We're here for 2 on either side. Last one. Challenge, keep those arms up. Can you bring the elbows together? Squeeze. Bring them apart. Elbows together, squeeze. Bring them apart. Can you keep those elbows at shoulder height? Not letting them drop as we squeeze. And apart. And squeeze. And apart. We're here for 4. I know it's burning. 3, 2. Last one. Slow and controlled. Bring those weights back down. Very nice. From here, we're going to keep just one weight for now. Other weight can come down onto the side. When you're ready, we're going to go into a little bit of a rowing motion here. So I want you to hold the weight in both hands. If you have a tinier weight than me, that's okay. Just do your best and kind of hold it with fingers crossed. We're gonna have a soft bend in the knee. We're gonna exhale as we row. Inhale, center, exhale. Inhale, center from the side. We are hinging from the hips. Glutes are strong, core is engaged. Inhale up. Looking over that shoulder, up. And up. And up. Very nice. Keeping that back nice and long as we do these for 2. Last one. Other side to make it even. Very nice. From here, we're going to reach down. Weight comes into one hand. We're going to move into a squat again. Exhale, reaching down to the floor. Inhale, curl, reach up, down, and squat. Very nice. Thinking about that range of motion. You're picking something up off the floor, putting it on a shelf. Very nice. Core is engaged. Back is staying nice and strong and straight here. We are sending the hips back behind us as we do this. Very nice. Engaging that core. Last one. And again, totally okay to do these with body weight, switching sides. Exhale. Instead of the weights, you're getting the same workout, working the same muscles, just doing what feels right for you. And if you don't have weights at home, you can totally use a water bottle, a book, anything that you have that has a little bit of weight to it. As we're doing these, I want you to think about keeping those knees in line with those toes, right? Thinking about the posture here and that form as we squat and reach. 2 more. Very nice. Last one. And reach. Very nice. From here, we're going to just hold that weight in front of us. We can just bend the arms, let the elbows kind of rest on the hip. We can even bring the arms down, whatever you prefer, wherever you're most comfortable. We're going to do some calf raises. So when you're ready, we're going to exhale and lift up. Inhale, lower. Very nice. Nice and tall. Exhale, lift. And inhale, lower. Fighting against gravity here. So as we exhale and lift, inhale, lower, slow and controlled. Core is engaged as we lift. And lower, and lift, and lower. Slow and controlled as we do these. So try not to rush through it. Fighting against gravity, using your core strength, using the strength of those legs to slowly lower those heels back down to the floor. Pretending your heels are an elevator. What speed of an elevator would you want to be in? I don't know about you, but I don't want to be in an elevator that's like crashing down to the first floor. I'd rather be in a nice slow elevator. So that's what we're going to try. Thigh bones pulling together. Core is engaged. Can you make these last 2 the slowest yet? Very nice. Last one. Very nice. Let's go ahead, grab that other weight. Having it back in hand. Weight on either side here. We're going to hold in the center. Feet are going to be about hips distance apart. Soft bend in those knees. Back up nice and straight. Going to inhale here, elbows wide. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. As you're twisting, I want you to think about pulling that belly button into the spine as if you are wringing out a sponge. And center. Exhale, twist. Pelvis is slightly tucked under here as we're doing these in center. And center. Exhale. And center. Can you give me 2 more on either side? Very nice. Inhale, center. 1 more to make it even. to center. Very nice. From here, let's go ahead, send those hands down by our sides. We are going to have a slight bend in those knees, hinging forward. Core is engaged here. Belly button is pulling in towards that spine. Weights are long. Head and neck are long. We're going to row. Pull those arms in and out. And out. Exhale as you pull. Inhale, release. Exhale, pull. Inhale, release. Core is engaged. Glutes are engaged. Head and neck are long. Very nice. We're here for 3 and 2. Last 1. Can you swim with the arms? Slow and controlled. I don't want you to swing. I want you to think about moving with purpose. Moving slow and controlled, hitting each degree of this movement so the arms are not swinging at any point. Core is strong. Belly button is pulling in towards the spine so that we are not arching or rounding the back. We are nice and long and flat. Last 1. Hands come back to center. Unhinge. Coming up. Very nice. Let's put our weights down. Let's go ahead and kind of get back to what we were doing at the very beginning of class. Taking a nice little walk here. Shaking out the arms, the legs. We're going to reach up and we're going to exhale. Give that leg a little hug. Inhale up. Can you switch sides? And up. And exhale. And up. I want you to think about engaging that core. Tucking in as we do this. And up. For 2. And up. And 1. And up. Go ahead, grab onto one wrist, reach up, stretching over to the side. Back to center, other side. Breathing here. Coming back to center with those arms, take some small circles. Breathing through these. One last little push here. And rotate in the opposite direction. Very nice. For 2 and 1, cross. Feeling a nice stretch. And other side. Very nice. Let's go ahead and do some roll downs here. Inhale, arms are reaching up. And exhale, 1 vertebra at a time. Soft bend in the knees, rolling down. Let the head, the arms, the neck hang. Shake the head yes or no, gently and softly. Exhale, roll up. Restacking that spine. Let's take 1 more together. Inhale. Exhale. Slow and controlled, staying wherever you need during this. Inhale and exhale, rolling back up. I hope that you enjoyed that weight class. And again, weights are not necessary. Body weight is more than okay.